Hey guys, it's Guha here, and I'm going to be showing you how to navigate the ZSR library website, specifically the search bar and the various databases available to us. So as a student at Wake Forest, we have access to over 10,000 databases that the ZSR library pays for. Using this website, we can use this broad search bar, or we can look more specifically within these databases, catalogs, journals, to find any kind of specific source. So I'm going to divide this presentation into two parts. First, I'm going to show you guys how to use the databases, and then I'm going to show you guys how to use the search bar above. So first of all, we're going to show you how to use the databases. And you can access these by either going to Find a Database or the Databases button underneath the search bar. When you click it, what do you see? You see that there's a list of topics, different disciplines broken up on this page. So you see that there's arts and humanities, business and econ, education, so on and so forth. So the first thing I'm going to be looking for is Volkswagen's yearly 2017 statement, or more so the transcript from when the CEO and other corporate heads were presenting it to the public. So obviously that would fall under business and economics. That being an earnings statement, we could click accounting. And what we find is accounting discipline is broken up into different databases, specifically the first 3 best bets in accounting, as decided by the ZSR website. And then you have a further list here with different article sources like ProQuest, and then primary sources like CCH, RIA. So for example, let's say I was to click on this accounting research manager, that would bring us to this database, if my computer would load. And what you see here is there will be, there it is, a list of all kinds of possible topics that you would want to look at. So for example, if you wanted to look at different standards, all that's here. And then if you wanted to even search within the database, you're more than welcome to do so here. So going back to the ZSR search bar, what we can do is we can look directly and say, okay, we're looking for Volkswagen 2017 yearly statement. And what we're looking for is the accounting transcript, or the transcript from the presentation when they released this accounting statement. And unfortunately, it looks like all of these are forecasts and technology trends. So that's not what we're looking for. So what we could do is change the yearly comment to accounting statement. What are we left with? So we see these AG earnings calls listed below, and these are effectively these transcripts that I mentioned earlier. But unfortunately, since we're looking for the yearly transcript, this one or this one would not work because these are both Q1 or the first fiscal quarter. But if we scroll below, source number 4 says it's the full year 2017 Volkswagen AG earnings call. We can click this here and we see that this source is on the ProQuest Central, one of the databases that we saw earlier. And you have the entire transcript right here of all of the relevant individuals who spoke about Volkswagen during their 2017 yearly release. Now going back to the ZSR website, we can use this search bar to find things a little bit more specific than that as well. So something that we can do is, let's say we're looking for something that's a review of like a sociological article. I took this FYS class where I had to look up reviews of a famous writing. It's called The Looking Glass Self by Charles Cooley. And by reviewing it, we wanted to see other people's reviews and how we could tangibly explain what Cooley was thinking using the thoughts of other people. It was really a research-based class. So how can we look that up? If we're not looking for The Looking Glass Self specifically, we can look up Looking Glass Self and then use a Boolean operator, something like and Charles Cooley. That way we can see people reviewing Charles Cooley specifically with the Looking Glass Self. And what do we see? So first of all, we see the actual piece, right? Like Looking Glass Self by Charles Cooley. But if you keep going, what you can see is you see that there's reviews like the autonomy and conformity in Looking Glass Self theory. So on and so forth. So let's say we were going to use this option here. This is a fantastic example of finding exactly what we needed to. And now that we are on here, we can see that where it's published and where else we can find this source. And on here, you see that it's on JSTOR. So now that we found the source, we can actually access it by hitting the download PDF option. And by doing so, we have access to the source. I hope this helped, guys, and if you have any further questions, please feel free to reach out.